Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Stitch and Thread. My name is Anna and today I have a very special knitting episode for you. Today I will be sharing with you my winter knitting plans. I will go over the patterns I'm planning to use, the yarns I will be using, and in the end I would like to quickly wrap up my autumn knitting plans. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, grab your knitting or whichever craft you are working on now and let's get going. The first pattern I'd love to knit this winter is Polina Pullover by Teti Lutsak. This top-down knitting around sweater is inspired by the art of Ukrainian painter Natalia Raiko. It features a lovely big botanical motif on the yoke itself, as well as smaller motifs at the sleeves and lower down the body. There are quite a few options for the neck. I believe you can do a ruffled mock neck, double folded and regular crew neck. I'm yet to decide which neck option I will be using. We will see. Also, the pattern is available in 6 sizes with the recommended positive ease at 10 to 15 centimeters. So, it uses sport weight yarn. I will be using the Rarum Natura Ulysse yarn. The main color is Poivre Blanc. I'm apologizing for all the French pronunciation if I'm butchering this, but that's the color. It is lovely, kind of natural looking color. It has a little bit of variation, so I think it should work really well for this sweater. It's nice and plump, and I'm going to use this color as my contrast color for the motif. It is color caramel apparently, so that's how it looks, and if you combine them together they look like a really good match, so I'm really looking forward to it. The next pattern is Stella Quilt Cushion, designed by Penrose. It is a lovely design, like a modular design in garter stitch, and it creates a 50 by 50 centimeters cushion cover. It uses a DK or finger and weight yarn held double with a gauge of 18 stitches and 36 rows per 10 centimeter in garter stitch. So the pattern involves techniques like picking up stitches, German short rows, and mattress stitch for the final seam. So you work the front first, then fold for the back, and then entire cover is done. So for this specific pattern, I purchased yarn called Snail Down. Again, not sure if I pronounced it correctly, but it is nice Falkland wool, direct from Falkland Islands, which I purchased a couple of months ago. As you can see, it is quite a small, so it's a finger and weight yarn in natural color, I believe. So this is going to be my main color, and I'm planning to use again the same Snail Down yarn for the contrast color. So you can see I have 2 pink colors, 1 blue, and I'm thinking of using just as another blue color some leftover yarn that I have. This is Rosa Pomawowo. I made actually another pattern by Teti Lutsak, and I just have 1 ball left, so it might work very well, even though this is slightly thicker yarn. Oh, we'll see. If I can, I will use it as I have some leftover. Otherwise, I might need to purchase something else for this pattern. The next pattern I'd like to share with you is a cardigan. I really want to knit a cardigan for myself this winter. So the Mouliné cardigan by Lene, Holme, Samsøe is a kind of versatile, stylish cardigan. It has a myriad of great reviews on Ravelry. Everyone just says how amazing this cardigan is. It features an interesting construction with rib button bands knitted simultaneously with the front bands, and it is worked from the top down, starting at the back, then the front, and finally the sleeves. It uses a fingering weight yarn held together with a mohair for this kind of nice textured finish. The pattern includes sizes from XS to 4XL, so quite size inclusive pattern, and it should ensure a good fit on different body types. The yarn I'm planning to use is, this is actually the fingering weight. It's Blacker Yarns Tamar Lustre blend, 4-ply. It's 100% British wool. Doesn't actually say anything else. It is colored Valency, so I'll just put it closer so you can hopefully see. It's beautiful, this one. And I'm going to hold it together with the Issa Mohair. Issa Mohair is slightly lighter in color, very soft too. So if you can see, they're not, I guess, a perfect match, but I feel it should create quite a nice fabric together. That's my take on this. Can't wait. Really want to knit myself a cardigan this winter. Not a season goes by without me knitting something by Ventzel, and this season is no exception. The Sola socks by Ventzel are classic socks knitted from the top down. They feature a twisted rib upper part followed by an elegant rib structure that continues all the way down over the upper part of the foot. The pattern includes sizes from EU shoe sizes 35 all the way to 46. So again, quite size inclusive pattern. I think whatever your size, you should be fine. It uses Aran weight yarn. I believe it uses Cardigan Chunky. Personally, I've never seen this yarn here in the UK. I think it's quite difficult to get a hold of it. So I've decided to go and simplify things. I purchased this Drops Fable yarn. So obviously it is not an Aran weight. It is finger and weight. It's 205 meters in 50 grams. So my plan is to hold this yarn double to achieve the required gauge. I think I will need to swatch for this, but again, I quite like this neutral color, just creamy color, and I think it should work really well for this pattern. Also, like with lots of Ventzel's patterns, you have an Italian cast on, but again, if you're not a big fan of it or you find it difficult, you can always simplify and just use a regular long tail cast on to knit this pattern. The next pattern I'd like to knit this winter is yet another cardigan, but this time for my daughter. It has an unpronounceable name, so I will just put it on the screen. Anyway, I will not attempt even. However, just so you know, even though I will be knitting this for my daughter, there is an adult version. So if you don't have a daughter to knit for, you can always knit one for yourself. It is a top-down, seamless design knitted in garter stitch with fern cables on the yoke, which hide the yoke increases, which I think is quite nice. The cardigan features short rows at the back of the neck for better fit, and it is finished with an I-cord edge. It comes in quite a few sizes, all the way to 11 years, and it requires a DK weight yarn. What I really liked about this pattern, as I already own it, is that you have quite a bit of video support and instructions within the pattern. I've just started on this, and you have a really interesting cast on, so I probably wouldn't recommend it for a complete beginner. Nothing, first cardigan might be a bit tricky, I think, but obviously if you're in love with this pattern just like I was, maybe you can give it a try. In any case, what I'm planning to use for this cardigan is this yarn. It's Lanagato Merino Coat, made in Italy. So the color here is a bit weird. It is 13856. I'll put it on the screen, maybe it has a better name for it, but it is DK weight 125 meters in 50 grams. And I believe it is a mixture of cotton and wool. Yes, 53% merino, extra fine, and 47% cotton. So it feels really soft, and let me just show you closely. You can see kind of the mixture of colors. It's really, really nice. I really like this color. Don't know if the camera will concentrate on this. Yeah, I think you can see it has this kind of lovely, different variations, and I think possibly two different materials together, kind of dancer cotton and wool, and I really like how it looks, at least in the ball. So we'll see how it's going to be in a knitted garment. And one more pattern I would like to share and knit this winter is yet another pair of socks, and this time by new to me designer Zanete knits. The name is the Rhubarb and Custard socks, and it is again for the first time for me a toe up socks, featuring vibrant stranded color work, and the socks are knitted using fingering weight yarn, and they incorporate a gusset hole and honeycomb brioche stitch. Again, new. I feel like this pattern screams new to me. We will see if I will do well here. So the pattern includes sizes for various foot length and provides detailed instructions for techniques like Judy's magic caston and Japanese short rows. I feel like the light bulb goes new. So we'll see. I will do my best because I really like the pattern, and I've never actually knitted any colorwork socks either, let alone toe up, let alone brioche, let alone Japanese short rows. So I think this will be my challenge for this winter. It seems to be one of the smallest items to knit, but packed with new techniques. What I'm planning to use for the socks is, unfortunately, I have just started. So this is Mondim by Rosa Pomar. It is a special yarn for socks, apparently. It is 100% wool from Portugal. I'm going to hold these two together. I will put all the numbers on screens and in description so you know exactly. I believe this is emerald color and it's just like natural white cream color. I wanted really to try some natural sock yarn without any nylon in it. First of all, I will try to kind of spread less microplastics because it's not biodegradable. And second, I actually just lost yet another sock, which I've knitted myself. And it did have nylon in it. So nylon will not stop me from having holes in my socks. So I just want to shake things up a bit and see if I don't actually need nylon in my socks, if I can help it. Okay, so the first part of this video is done. I will try to put on the screen again my winter knitting plans. That's all of them, not too many. And I'm hoping that this time, and you can hold me accountable, I can actually knit all of these patterns in winter. So now I would like to quickly move on to my knitting plans for this autumn. I will put yet another picture on the screen so you can see which patterns inspired me earlier on. And as you can see, there are quite a few of them. I will quickly just go over in the sequence what I've knitted this autumn so you can see what I've knitted. So I started with Celine Junior, another and Ventzel's pattern, this time for my son. I knitted it very quickly. It was my 4th time knitting Celine sweater this year, so it was very easy, very straightforward, and the recipient is very happy. So I'm really happy with the project. I'm really happy how it turned out, especially as I used my stashed yarn, leftovers. It was a joy to knit. Then I moved on to a little violet cardigan. It was the first cardigan I've knitted for my daughter, actually. Again, a lot of new techniques. It was interesting to see how to knit a cardigan, how it's usually done. Finished it quite early on. Then I moved on to a knitting sweater, actually, finally, for myself. And I knitted this, the one I'm wearing now, Sorrel sweater. Again, it was quite interesting to knit, and these lovely motifs that you have, like, again, fern motifs, they were much easier to knit than I anticipated. So if you want to knit something like this, feel free. It is not as difficult as it seems. Once I knitted these, I realized I need to kind of start thinking about knitting, like gift knitting for Christmas, and I started on my first Pochi, hot bottle cover, and I have finished it. Again, I think the first one took a bit longer, and second one was a breeze again. I guess once you go over through the pattern second time, it seems to be quite easy. I learned a couple of new things. Obviously, it was color work. Couple of new, I think Custard was a new Custard method, so I quite enjoyed it, and again it's done. Tick off my list. And then I was really craving to knit a sweater by Ventzel, the Clean Classic. Just to say, I recently posted a vlog about this sweater. I really enjoyed knitting it. I really enjoy the finished garment I created. So again, that was a joy to knit and a joy to wear now in winter months. And the last pattern which I've created, I mean, I will consider it done because I've done one, and it's filled mittens. I've done one mitten and I'm still to knit the second one. I think I'm halfway through, so I will consider it done because it is actually knitted for present for my mother-in-law, so it has to be done in next couple of weeks. I think I'll consider this pattern done. So as you can see, I feel like I finished a reasonable amount of patterns. I have started actually Sonia short as well, but I've kind of lost my mojo on it. I think as autumn progressed, and I will probably return to it towards springtime as well. As you can see, there was quite a lot of patterns I wanted to accomplish, and 3 of them actually basically moved from autumn to winter. So now I would like to have some slightly grounded version of my plans, so I feel like I've accomplished something rather than, oh, I've done something but not quite enough. I don't know if you know what I mean, but I feel I want to have a sense of accomplishment, and I do not want to overcommit because I have kids, I have family, so other commitments in my life. Now I've shared my winter plans. I would love to know what inspires you. Which patterns are you planning to knit? Maybe something from my list as well, or maybe something else. Feel free to share in the comments because, you know, my favorites list on Ravelry can always take a few more patterns. I'd love to know what inspires you this winter, what you're planning to knit. Possibly cast on, I don't know, on Christmas Day, or I last time did cast on something on the 1st of January. In any case, I'm wishing you a great time, happy knitting, and happy holidays. They're all coming very, very shortly. If you're still here, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. It will help it a lot to grow, and bye.